Kelly with J Stone Real Estate, and this is
Katie Kerr with Brady Mortgage.
And what will we be talking about today?
We're going to dissect the most recent transaction we did together, what we learned from it, and some tips that we can give buyers.
Yay! So recently we got a buyer into contract and closed in less than 15 days.
Yep, clear to close in 5.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to ask for credit towards temporary rate buy down and closing costs.
Yes, so a lot of times from the lender's perspective, I have buyers who may take a long time getting into contracts. So there's 2 things that I usually see is, one, maybe the buyer not having the right mindset or a strategy in place, or maybe it's their agent, but you're able to get the buyers in one weekend. How did you do it?
So usually I always teach my agent that if you want to negotiate for any credit, any buy down, you want to first get them into contract. You don't want to negotiate before you even got your offer accepted. Like, who would recommend that offer to their seller?
Yeah.
And not only that, the fact that we were able to get $13,000 in credit, do you think as a seller they will want to negotiate that up front or after they go into contract?
Yeah. And the other thing is, once Kelly was able to get all that credit, she did check with me first, because credit can only cover the closing costs. And so we needed a way to eat that up, because that was a lot of credit. So we used...
She ate it all up.
We ate it all up. And the way we did it was for temporary buy down, so the buyer was able to have a reduced interest rate for 2 years, and also towards his closing costs. So he got very little money in terms of closing costs out of his down payment to close his loan.
And the strategy was, we went into contract, kept all of our contingencies, which are loan, appraisal, and inspection. We know almost all of the sellers in Sacramento County never do inspections up front. So that gives us the upper hand by going in contract, do the inspections, and see what is on the inspection reports. And we use that to negotiate.
Yeah, so the other thing that Kelly did a great job was kind of coaching the buyer as well of how we can all work together to have a quick and smooth closing. So it is going to be everything's very time sensitive. We have to do things very quickly. When we have conditions out, when we have any requests, we got to be able to do that. But on your side, like signed addendums or condition removal, things like that need to be also done quickly.
I think the most important part is when you talk to a buyer or a client, you want to make sure you have a buyer consultation first and upfront with them, so they have an understanding of the whole home buying process, what to expect when you're ready to buy. Because you don't want to waste your time going out there showing them a ton of homes and then going to contracts and they have all these questions for you, where you could have those questions addressed up front. I think that's one of the reasons why we were able to close really quickly, because most of the questions were already addressed. And by the time we got into contract and signing disclosures or having to sign addendums, they already have an idea that these things will be happening.
Yes, and then the very last thing, I think a great tip is to be very communicative with all parties. So one of the things that came up that it was fine, we were able to handle it last minute, was even just gift funds. It seems very simple, gift funds, but if anything changes within anything with the loan, everyone needs the loan side. We have to know about it in order to process accordingly. But even with that, at the very end, we're still able to close quickly. So yeah, those were kind of the tips that we've learned, and hopefully that was very helpful for when you're out looking in the market.
Yes, and if you're looking to buy or even looking to sell, call me. Contact Katie.
Yes.
She is one of the best. Her team is the absolute best. They're so fast. They're so responsive, even on weekends. Because some lenders don't work on weekends, so you can't get your answers until Monday. And if Monday's a holiday, you gotta wait until Tuesday. But they literally answer all week long, even during late nights. I mean, I don't want to contact her late nights, but if there are urgent questions that need answers for, you will be able to reach her any time of the day. And I just feel that I'm very blessed, and I'm so grateful to have your team. To have your team.
Likewise. Okay, but here's a warning. If you're not ready to get into contract, do not call Kelly. We can always plan, we can always prepare, but once she gets the pre-approval and you're ready to go, she's gonna get your contract real soon.
Right away.
All right.
So call me at 916-956-1645. And yours?
408-367-9700.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.